Hello everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop. A bunch of neat stuff out there again. Very first one I wanted to show you here is by theScriptHD, and this is the Yamato Modular Carrier, and it's part of the Wasteland Series. So he has quite a few creations all in this theme of Wasteland Series with the same like kind of browns and oranges and grays and a bunch of different colors and things mixed into the bunch here. Now on this one, I think the overall shape of this is really cool. It's kind of broken up. It's got an interesting flight deck that has these extrusions that kind of come out of it. Some hold turrets, some don't, but they do look metal, like they're mechanical things, and then they have support arms on the bottom side, which I also think is really cool. A lot of that's in between Majora module bays. And also on Script's workshop, he's got 3 revisions to module bays as well for these. So I'm not sure all that details, but they were updated. So maybe tweaked a little bit more, or some stat changes, or something like that, or a combination of all of the above. Yeah, just taking a look at the general design of this going around the hall here. I do like these orange, I don't know, guards, like rails that kind of go over here. That is pretty slick. A nice little thing to increase the detail, and then a lot of texture lights on these rails here too, which is really cool. I'll have to take a look at what this looks like at night here. And all the detail and the pipe work going on all over the place here. Very cool looking bridge and control tower, kind of like sticking up over the top of the flight deck. I do love this center section as well. It's kind of this big line that goes to the middle of the flight deck, but it does have a walk path coming in on either side of these landing pads here that will get you into the ship. I don't want to quite get into the ship yet. We will in a second here. Just taking a look at the rest of the schematics here. So we've got some big XL thrusters on the back, big XL lift thrusters over here, also on the back. And looks like some more of those on the front, which makes very good sense. Let me get the HUD on, and let's just see what kind of hull material we're looking at here. So it looks like this would be steel. We got some carbon steel. So yeah, I don't think this is really set up for, obviously it's a carrier, a module carrier at that. So it's not a combat ship, and it looks like it's built fairly lightweight. I'm seeing steel and even some carbon out on the hull of this. So that is totally fine too. I mean, if you're, it's got some defense, and I'm sure it has a shield in it. But obviously, being a carrier class ship, it doesn't need to be all combat steel with xeno layers and everything else under the sun. No, this is a carrier, which is very cool. Let's get a glimpse of this at night here. I just want to see how those texture lights pop out, and then we'll go inside, so I'll keep it kind of dark when I go inside too, to see what the lighting on the inside looks like. Let's get a little bit of light here. So yeah, some really cool lines. One thing I'm noticing, and maybe you guys are too, is and it probably had to do with the symmetry issue, and I've been running into a ton of that on my current project too. But it looks like there is a line of texture lights here that didn't come through. You see them on the one side over here, right there, but not on the one side. So if you see this script, yeah, get those texture lights rolling, man. No, I'm just kidding, man. That is the game will really screw you up unless you every time you texture one thing on one side of the ship, say you got symmetry on, you actually have to go to the other side and turn symmetry off and fix it continually. There's so many different blocks and shapes that don't translate well in symmetry, so when you texture it, it might texture say the back side of this one and not the front side, or so on and so forth. Let's see what's yeah. Anyway, that is such a minor stupid little thing to look at anyway. So let's hop in this ship. So I'm gonna keep the lights down and try to get the aura in here. Actually, let's go full darkness for a second here, and we'll see what it looks like inside here. Oh yeah, see, this is why I went full darkness. Now you get to see the brilliance of the lighting inside these ships here, which really accent the stuff and change the tone and the mood. So walking in, yeah, this looks really great. I like this big LCD arrangement, like a star map kind of thing. Taking a look at a zone here, very cool. Computer terminals all around it. The LCD here, planet shown before. The nuclear attack from Xerox. Yeah, Xerox are into nukes now, huh? These guys, I tell you. Let's see, CPU Reforged Eden. So yeah, this one's very descriptive too. I did notice I briefly went into the main rear hangar, and I did notice that there's a lot of information about upgrading the ship for Reforged and whatnot, and that is really, really cool. There's a core room switch, and it's off. Oh yeah, we can't let anybody into the core room. Oh look at the LCD going on over here. Oh yeah, that is some crazy animated at that too. So particular logic in there, so it's kind of pumping in probably two different LCDs that overlap and create this wavy electrical pattern. That is very, very cool. And we've got places over here for, looks like quantums and CPU cores. Obviously, it is the CPU room here. Very, very nicely done over there. I like that. So we got an elevator. Looks like I'm on the ground floor right now. Let's go up to the next level here. Looks like we got a little terminal here. Some people that got some really good oxygen, and maybe they got in trouble and they just have to sit here and stare at the wall for like a few hours. And no, this is cool. I see it like an LCD sensor in here, so I'm kind of wondering if there's some kind of trick. You never know with script. You know, you might walk into a room and it looks like one room, and then it transforms into a clone chamber or something. You gotta watch that with scripts creations. So what do I got here? So it looks like our main bridge right here. I like that view overlooking the flight deck. Very nice, very nice. A couple passenger seats over here. We got a blast door. Oh yeah, we're gonna open up those blast doors. So that gives us a quick out of the bridge area, out to the flight deck, or fly around to scoop up some loot or whatever you're gonna do. Very nice. I do like that idea of having a quick way out near the bridge where you'd be hanging out on the ship, and it is convenient for gameplay. So we got O2 in a box, and med station over here, armor locker, so some nice utility rate in the area. And alright, so how do I get back to the other part of the ship then? So I came up this elevator. I've only noticed 2 floors off there. I came in through this direction. I keep on expecting like another way that goes that direction, maybe down a little bit, but I don't see it. Okay, so this should be right out to the flight deck. Let me come in from a different side of the ship a minute and see how this joins up. I'm sure I'm just missing something here. So we're gonna get in the main hangar in the back, and look at this. Look at this, especially with the lighting. Oh yeah, the animated texture lights, all the crazy. Look at that ceiling. Look at that ceiling. There's a lot going on there. The colors are really cool too, because if you notice, you're kind of seeing like some shadowed, like blue tone colors, and then you got some oranges and reds, and then the texture light, and then there's some grays. There's a lot of color going on here. It's very lively, considering it's you know, it's kind of dark, but I don't know. I like it. I like the you can see everything. You know, you're not running into walls, but everything really pops out really well, and that is a really nice way to go. So yeah, this theme keeps on getting improved and revised, and the aesthetics are just looking better and better and better all the time. I love these column pillars here too. Seeing that kind of special block there. to make these beams. That's a pretty cool idea. It's a good this texture is really weird because it doesn't line up very well to anything, but that actually looks very good on those beams there. I do like that. And then we've got a bunch of production right here too. So I'm seeing controllers and advanced constructors along the side here, and then some other utility function here too. So our armor repair and a couple armor lockers. And yeah, so we got 4 of these storage bays along the side, and they're all saying 320. Love the LCDs on those too. All right, 1, 2, 3, 3 storage bays, three advanced constructors on this side. No, I'm blind. 4. Bleh. So what do we got on the other side here? So the other side is different. That's interesting. I expected to see kind of a reversal. It's about the same, but up in these areas there is no constructors on this side. Instead, it goes to a big farm area. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, a bunch of removable grow plot blocks here. Well, represent grow plots. So it looks like you could get 18, 27, 36, 45. I think I'm a little off. 45 and 9, 54. 1. Yeah. Well, 54 plus grow plots over there. I don't know if I counted those exactly right. We can look at the stats at the end. So let's. I like the scorpion symbol here too. I was gonna go down the hallway, but I got distracted again. Damn it, script. And then we have our teleporter over here in the corner. There's a lot of stuff to look at in this hangar all the way around this section. Oh, our shield is right over here, and nice little walk ramps up to the shield in case you got to do maintenance. Could run out of the lithium crystals. Nah, I don't think shields use that, do they? Nah. Wrong sci-fi show. And then we got a VR cockpit right here in the middle. Oh, that's cool. I dig that. Again, a lot of LCD work in this. Looks really cool. So we got a quick, so if you're hanging out down here and you want to fly your ship around very quickly, just run up to the cockpit and take off. And that is another convenient feature, especially on large ships. If you're doing your thing and processing your ore and building whatever you're building, and then all of a sudden you hear, rockets exploding on your hull, it is nice to be able to get to a cockpit pretty quick so you can take action. So that is very, very cool. I don't know if that's really needed on a small ship, but on a larger ship like this one, that is a definite benefit. So we got Module Bay 1. I like the ladder going up in the middle here. So this is where you would dock the modules in. It works very much like the Helios modules when you do this. They kind of park in, they'll fit and line up to these areas, and then it'll line the doors so you can walk right inside of the creation from the module. And then you can get different kinds of modules for storage or farming or all kinds of different functions. I don't know, I'd have to look at all the different Majora modules. I'm not sure exactly what types there are, but there's quite a lot of them, and for all different functions. So I don't know if they get into combat. They quite possibly do, or there's a module made for that. So very, very cool. And the Majora modules are similar to that of the Helios modules, but they're like a smaller size. They're not as big as the Helios modules. So kind of in the middle, but that doesn't mean they're too small to hold a lot of goods and stuff, because they can definitely do that very well. Love this hallway. This internal corridor here is really stunning to look at. It's the lighting and the color. I mean, if we were to just put on like outdoor light and get rid of all the lights in here, yeah, it'd still look good, but it wouldn't look like it does now. The lighting really looks very tweaked on this. Really nice, and using some pretty high intensity. Well, I wouldn't say super high intensity colors, but just a nice fit all the way around. And we've got 8 module bays here too. And this goes to a big glass area here, kind of on the bottom hull of the ship. My only thing was I was trying to figure out how to get from this area of the ship, which is enormous hangar section. How do you get from here to up to the bridge? I was kind of looking for a way through. Let's try these elevators here. Oh yes. Yeah. You see, there's always an answer if I could, if I didn't get so lost in some of these ships here. Yeah, we're right at the bridge now. So I missed it. So when I was walking in here, I did not even see the door on the side. So I came through there from the flight deck, and there's a door on either side that gets you right to the rest of the ship. Yep. That's what I get. It's kind of like it's not even mazy. It's just I didn't see it. Sorry about that. Yeah. What a cool ship though. Let's take a here. Let me turn on the light again. We'll take a look at some specs on here. So it looks like it is very much set up for Reforged Eden. Well, there's instructions on how to upgrade it because the CPU is coming in under 2.1 million. So obviously you'd have to put in more than likely 1 basic, 2 improved, and 1 advanced CPU core for Reforged Eden. It probably has 4 advanced CPU cores in its stock, which makes a lot of sense. Then it makes it work also with vanilla. So let's see, CPU, yep, we looked at that pretty good. Let's take a look at our weapons. So we got 8 minigun turrets, 4 flak turrets, 12 retractable sentry guns. Didn't see those along the way. Cannon turret and a detector. 19-hour and 36-minute build time. It is going to use some estrium and zirconium, but not huge numbers of them. 33 fuel tanks. 2 generators, so 2 of the big generators, and size class 14. Looks like we got a lot of lift, and that is the thing, because of the hull. Despite being a large ship, the hull is pretty lightweight, built of steel and carbon in places. I'm sure it's set up, the steel's in places to provide probably more protection in places that are just. It doesn't really matter if it gets blown up or not. It's probably carbon, and that keeps your weight down a lot. And then with the 4 XL lift thrusters, you're getting 109 lift. So next thing, let's take a look at our storage here. So we got starting with an ammo controller at 200,000, and let's see, we had quite a lot of these. We got 4, looks like 320K storage controllers. These are boxes, I do believe. Yep, 16, a lot of boxes, 16K boxes and stuff like that. Did I say boxes enough times? I'll say it a couple more times. Box. No, I'm kidding. The boxes actually look nice. I like to put them in ships too when you can, if it fits in, if you got the space and the CPU for it. And it's also nice too because a lot of people will rename these boxes to say a subgroup of items. Maybe it's your meds and weapons or something you could put in a box. So that works out really good for that stuff. You don't really want to throw all that in a great big controller with like 320K in it. I put your ores and your stuff that's gonna suck up a lot of weight quickly in those. So yeah, so it looks like a lot of boxes, 4 320K storage controllers, and a 200K ammo controller. On a ship like this with the amount of turrets it's got to, 200K for ammo is a lot. You'd be very hard pressed to fill that all up, especially with the flak turrets and the minigun turrets on here. If you're running a lot of artillery or something like that, the ammunition for that weighs quite a bit more, and you will need more storage size. Same thing even with rockets. Are a little bit. They're not super heavy, not like artillery, but they will use more storage pretty quickly. All right, well, moving on here. Now we've got we've looked at a similar looking ship before, but this is the Chronos Mk3, and this is by Ent. And so it looks similar to another Chronos ship that couple of Chronos ships that I looked at, or by the same author. However, this one is set up for Reforged Eden, which is really, really cool. I think the other ones, I don't think they could be. Or well, obviously they could be. I just don't think it was set that way. But this is a fantastic looking ship. The whole series looked really, really awesome. The shaping and general design cues on it are really, really cool. It looks like a space frigate. Kind of reminds me of something you might see in Star Wars again because of the beveled hull here, and then a cut into that hull with all this goodness going on, and then it kind of comes down on the other side. But a lot of breakups, a lot of things that keep changing along the way to always keep your eyes looking at other features, which is really awesome. It's just basically how you get a lot of detail into something. Go back to the original Star Wars movies where they used models for their space scenes. They were literally building these kinds of things out of like plastic parts, and probably took them forever and a day to build those ships at a smaller scale, and then they would film them that way and then do some editing and make the original space scenes of the early Star Wars movies and others like that. Now it's all gone to computer graphics, so they don't typically do real models anymore, but still, a real model back in those days really, really looked good. And this is, we're kind of doing the similar kind of thing here, except we're doing a kind of a virtual model, more or less. Well, anyway, let me, I'm gonna go to mood lighting again, and we're gonna hop in here. Oh, did it not go dark? Guess it didn't go dark. There we go. Yeah, I always like to do this on any ships that have lights on the inside, because it's so. When I make my own creations too, I like to go into space or nighttime on a planet, and then that's when I do the lighting. So you got that darkness, so you can put lights in places. Make sure you illuminate the stuff you want to illuminate, and other things can stay a little bit darker. Very, very detailed hangar in here. I'm seeing these catwalks going across the top there. We've got some doors coming off the side here. So we got a maintenance area, high temps, radiation. I like the warnings there. And yep, it looks like we got an area to maybe repair some thrusters from the inside of the ship here. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's more stuff out in these areas here too. So yeah, another thruster up top here. A maintenance hallway going this way. And another thruster over there. So yeah, it's kind of nice. So you can hop in. Oh, look at that. Little thrusters on top there too. And there's ladders to get you to all these things. That is cool. That is cool. I like that. Kind of feels a little more immersive that way when you can do all this maintenance from inside the ship here. So it looks like we've got about the same thing on this side. There's a detector on this side though. And we got our main doors coming in here on the sides. Oh, okay, so like an SV door here, I would say. And then these would be the larger ones, probably for your HVs and things to get into the middle section here. Again, love the shaping, love the angled shaping around the hangar doors over here too, and of course all the shaping throughout the hangar. It's looks really, really nice. Textured lights in places. They create a nice looking pattern. And it looks like up here we've got a production area. So a couple advanced constructors on one side, deconstructor, and another advanced constructor here. Cargo boxes. We got our arm guard over here. Oh, we got a brig. And what's on this side? Oh, brig on both sides here. All right, let's go get in trouble. Hey, buddy. Slap. Okay, now he's going to put me in the brig. Okay, so we go down over here. Oh, yeah, this looks like nice and briggy, all gray. And, yeah, you've been in trouble. Sit in the corner. Wow. And then we have a fuel area coming off from the brig, it looks like. And a little terminal for admittance. Got to know who's in your cells over here. I like that. Oh, that's kind of a neat, this texture. This is one of those weird textures where it can have issues, but yeah, this looks really nice in here, actually. It's a detailed texture. My only reason why I don't use it very often is, or hardly ever, is because of it's got a bad white line syndrome. So if you try to go with a darker shade on it, those white lines pop, and it doesn't look quite right. But That looks great, especially colored in a lighter color like that. Very usable then. So let's get out of the brig here. That's making me nervous. Alright, let's go in the main elevator here. What do we got here? I love, again, the info inside the elevator. So we got SV landing, maintenance, brig, main gun control. Maintenance. Let's check out this floor here. Nice. So we got more thrusters. Looks like you can just do a lot of stuff from inside the ship on fixing it. We have our gravity generator over here. See some O2. Again, everything's very nicely detailed in here. Very cool. Alright, let's go up another floor here. So we got SV landing pad. I'm going to have to check out one. I want to see what that main gun control is yet, too. Oh, yeah, okay, so this just gets us to the upper area of the hangar in the front here. So we've got some elevated landing pads here for some SVs on top. Didn't even notice those from below. That's cool. That's cool. Just looking for any other nooks and crannies. Escape pods over here. Looks like a crew section out to the side. Checking in some freight over there. And let's follow this around. Going past some equipment over here. Big hallway. Another ladder going over here. Oh, wireless. I didn't see this area yet, so we got the main generator room that I did not see yet. Doesn't really say anything about that. Well, unless it's part of maintenance. So 3. This is 3. I've been in here though. I didn't see the generator. Maybe it's not visible. Let's see, generator. I'm flying at the wall. I know I'm cheating because there's like this whole section of the ship I didn't see yet. Let me backtrack out of here and figure out exactly. Wow, I didn't see any of this. This is all above the hangar yet. So I did see these catwalks when they're coming through here. Let's start over on one of these. Looks like where all our storage might be here. So we got some 320k storage bays. This goes this way. Ah, there's some side elevators here. I get it. Oh, there's a gym, cantina, briefing, shooting range, hydroponics, storage, captain quarters, med. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. All right. So these side elevators that I missed coming up. God, where am I now? I must have went down too far, I bet you. I thought this was going to buzz out to the hangar, but instead I'm in this other section of the ship over here with all kinds of O2 storage and fuel storage and some terminals. Alright, so oh, that's because I was in oxygen storage. So hangar brig, we've been there. Storage 3, that would be the mezzanine area where the catwalks are. Hydroponics, let's go to there, which would be 4. Where's 4? There's 4. Ah, this area. Oh, this looks nice too. Like the pipes that run right through the center of the room, and a lot of angled blocks lighting down the center and other areas. Very cool. Oh, and this is where you put the people that got hurt bad, I guess. Put them in the tanks and they heal like Starship Troopers. Yeah, got to bring up some of these old sci-fi movies, definitely. So let's go back here. We got our crew quarters. Ooh, like that too. That's yeah, it's all gray over here, but the wood grain floor. But that looks pretty slick too. Oh, gray and white lighting, or darks, different shades of gray. Nice crew room over here. Lockers, all kinds of stuff. A lot of beds. Gotta have that. Oh, there's someone over there. He's playing Empyrion, by the way, over there. Yep. A lot of crew rooms. A lot of crew rooms, man. You can get a lot of people on this ship. Main engineering. Oh yeah, check out this area. So many nooks and crannies in here. There's such a big ship. Oh, I like that. The protection tank hanging right in front of the warp core. Gravity generator in the back here. High temperature hazard suit required. Looks like maybe a more thruster repair area in the back side of the ship. And this looks like it goes all the way around. Again, a lot of pipes and a lot to look at, obviously, when you're touring this ship. And it's lit well throughout too. So that's why I can get away with no flashlight and being at nighttime. Definitely love that. Now keep in mind though, if you're building creations and you're really worried about size class, for whatever reason, lights do suck up a lot of size class pretty quickly. But they can seriously look nice. Oh, we got offline protection too. Like the angled walkway here with the glass going on the outside. Man, there's restrooms. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow, this looks legit. This looks like a bathroom. Like I was walking in a business or a shopping mall or something. That is pretty cool. This is again, this is probably bigger than most shopping malls. Officers' quarters. Oh, nice plants over here. The officers share a room over here too, but they got some plants and a television and a breakfast table over there, and the Empyrion place. These guys are floating around in space. It takes a long time to get from point A to point B. So what do you do in that time? You build spaceships in Empyrion. Okay, I'm being stupid today, that's for sure. Okay, let's go up to 5 here. We got to see the gym in the cantina. Where am I? Oh, I am at 5. Alright. So this is the... Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's sharp. Again, I think on the last version, too, I really like the menus and how this was configured here. It really looks pretty authentic. And the LCD projections on the glass is always a great thing. It looks like we've got a TV hanging up over there too. That's pretty cool. I like that. And some kind of game, I would assume. Maybe darts. And then maybe a little quiet area. Oh no! We've got our basketball court, or our game that's basketball-like. That is very cool. That is very cool. A lot of atmosphere in this ship. It's if you want, an experience while playing the game, you could break away and go all kinds of places in this ship. And it looks like kind of maybe a guest room or something like that. I'll kind of set up for people that might come to visit the ship. Oh, I don't think I've been there either. This thing is massive. It is a massive ship. So many places to go. Oh, and we're getting to the bridge. And our main elevator. I don't like that. Oh! Look how the doors open up here. That's cool. They kind of slide open from both sides, and it's got that front trim on it. And also, it looks like our teleporter's right here. Right outside of the bridge. I like the beams in the bridge here. All the different terminals, stuff, and then we got our looks like our captain's seat, your co-pilots. What do we got in here? Looks like we got some utility stuff right up in the bridge section here. Shower, O2 armor locker, and quick escape out of the ship. That's cool. That is cool. Man, I still wonder if I've seen it all. Medic. Haven't been in here. Oh yes, our full med bay. Gotta have that as well. Definitely. What we got on the other side then? Captain's quarters. Private. Ah, captain's quarters. So, yeah, this is the more plush. He's even got carpeting and a TV and a full corner sectional. Bed over there. I like how the bookshelves are in front of there. That is a kind of a neat part to use for various interior things, or could even be used in as hull blocks or decoration on a hangar ceiling or something. And then our main core is over here. Wow, what a ship! What a ship! Very, very detailed throughout. Really cool design and shape. Now, this one is Reforged Eden. So let's see what we got going on with the specs. Okay, now obviously it's meant for a lot of quantum or auxiliary cores, stuff like that, to bring it up to the about 6.6 million CPU. Makes sense with a ship this size. It's going to need that kind of stuff. Stats, we're looking at size class 19. A lot of weaponry on here. I don't want to read them all off, but there's and some big ones too, like 7 of these artillery turrets. Those are pretty large turrets. Let's see. Our thrust looks. Now I'm in Reforged Eden, so these stats that's the thing with CPU. I don't know if it's telling me the real numbers pre-CPU or not here. So that's a good question. Would the CPU, say I met the CPU requirements here and hit 6.6 million CPU? I'm in creative mode right now. Would that affect the thrust or not on here? That is something I do not know. I don't think it does, but I'm not sure. Anyway, well, there's our specs here. Let's take a look at the storage in here. And oh, nicely labeled and colored. So we've got looks like 4 320Ks, products and tax and materials 1 and 2, or 5th 320K, 6th 320K, and then of course we've got some boxes in, stuff like that. 4 ammunition controllers. These look like they're I would say they're all 320K as well. So we're up to about 10, I think, 320Ks. And that looks like about it. That seems about right. So we got 10 of those, a lot of ammo. Yeah, it does have a lot of big weapons on the artillery turrets. Are gonna need a lot of ammo storage. They hold some heavy shells. So very, very cool there again. So this is again by Ent, and is the Chronos Mk3 for Reforged Eden. So let's go back to daylight again and take a look at the next creations here. So next we have something here new from Spange, and this is the comparatively speaking, very small, but it's a SV, and it is the Sas Mandible. Cool looking SV. Kind of looking at the front glass canopy. We'll have to get in there and see how that's configured inside. I like the laser turret and the mounts over here. It's kind of cool. Nice looking top profile on it. Some extra thingies sticking out the side there. That helps with the stabilizing of the stable booster system. I just made that up. I'm trying to be funny. It's not working. Oh, I like this rear turret back over here too. So let's see, what do we got going on here? Oh, lights on the bottom. That is cool. And I would guess that we get in here from the top. And, oh yeah, there's a door and a door. I like that. So you kind of drop into the ceiling. Looks like you've got 3 passenger seats in here, and your main pilot seat. Got some storage over here on the side. You got just about 7K in that box. Armor locker over there. Fuel tank. Your O2 dispenser there. And a little table. This is where you put your drink when you're out shooting bad guys. That's man, I had to quit it with the jokes. I don't know what's up with me today. Oh, we got a ammo controller right below the seat here. So we've got about 2,700 ammo there as well. Yeah, really cool looking design. Let's do the lighting cue here on it. See what it would look like at night inside. Let me trigger the. Okay. Yeah, it looks nice. Looks like it would be a combat-oriented ship on the inside. Got all the basic stuff you'd want. You could bring some buddies with you. So that is really cool. All right, let's go back to daylight. We'll take a look at what it's got going on here. Okay, size class 1, real small ship, 2 hour and 4 minute build time. We've got 4 Gatling cannons, 3 laser turrets, and 1 detector. So kind of main. I wouldn't say it's a POI bust or anything like that, but it's to get around. Definitely deal with the drones. You got some laser turrets to help maybe take down some shields or shoot some other bad guys around the area. Drones, things like that. CPU wise, I believe this is for vanilla. I didn't say anything about Reforged Eden on the post. So I'm in Reforged Eden. The stats here should come out fine in vanilla. You're seeing a discrepancy here because of course I'm in Reforged Eden. So I think you would have no problems with CPU in vanilla. Speed wise, again, this isn't very fair because these stats are going to be a lot different in the version of the game that it's meant for. Therefore, I expect all the thruster numbers to go up in vanilla. The thrusters tend to give you more thrust in vanilla versus Reforged Eden. So very cool. 8 fuel tanks too, so you can be out and about for quite a while before you need to refuel or anything like that. Even has some RCS in here too, so I'm expecting this thing would really scoot along nicely in game. One thing I just wanted to look at is its hull material. Okay, so we're running steel. Okay, very nice, very nice. Nice SV, especially for like co-op play. Next one here is the Falcon 8B, and this is by Iron Fox. And I read on the workshop description that it was kind of mimicking the MX-18 in its overall shape and things like that. It's very, very different than the MX-18, but it is kind of mimicking that with the shape. And I just spawned an MX-18 to test that here, and yep, I would say if you take a look at the overall shape of it, it is pretty much right on point. Now the MX-18 had a first-person cockpit, and well, this is a different ship. So beyond the shape, I won't compare anything else on it. The MX-18 is very old and doesn't work in the game anymore. So don't really try to use it. And if you give me crap about it having whereas 353 RCS in it, please understand, back in this time frame, there was no other way to have a ship move without RCS. So there was no weights and volumes. There was no flight model the way it is now. So a big hardened steel ship like this that's very heavy and it was a couple layers thick needed a ton of RCS to get it to maneuver at all. Putting in that many, I wanted it to be fairly quick too back in the day. But my goodness, talk about filling up the interior with RCS. Anyway, this one is not that ship. This one works. So yeah, I like the lower profile design on it too. Again, I'm doing a lot of comparing to this ship, but looks like this one's a little bit thinner, and also gets rid of the first-person cockpit, which was kind of a vulnerability anyway for a combat-oriented ship. I'm trying to figure out how do I get in you. Oh, it looks like through the top over here. Again, so that's kind of cool. That's the second creation in a row I've seen that you gain entrance through the top side, which actually works out pretty good because jumping on top of a ship like this is very easy to do in game, and then you can hop right in. You don't have to have a potentially vulnerable back door going into an interior on the back of the ship. So already some function armor locker, fridge, and O2, a couple passenger seats, and a pilot seat. God, that looks like the screen should light up here. do have a light in here. It's not on. Did I run out of fuel? Oh, there we go. I just didn't. I'm flying around in God mode. I didn't trigger the light there. Oh yeah, very cool. Very cool. And then just looking at the rest of it, yeah, this is a pretty solid ship. Despite its size, the interior is quite small, and it looks like it's very much filled in with blocks meant to take some damage here. So we got a lot of hardened steel blocks, and they're kind of in a formation where it's kind of probably to balance the weight and protection. It looks like it's skipping every other block here. So if you get a blast, it might explode into this area, but then it's got a little bit of blast radius before it gets to the next block, and so on. So I'm thinking if you keep on going through the ship, front side of the ship could probably take a lot of heavy hits, especially on the bottom side of it over here, and it looks like across the top side as well. That's cool. You got a looks like we got a ammo controller in here. We'll look at the stats here in a second. So yeah, this is more or less for business kind of SV here, designed to shoot stuff up and take a lot of punishment back. So not a big interior, but it's a pretty big SV overall, with a lot of armor protection and things like that in it. So let's look here. So vanilla creation, I'm assuming again, and I'm sure this number would probably balance out. We got one control, lock outer door. That's cool. Size class 1. Wow. So yeah, not a huge size class. 5 hour and 22 minute build time. 4 plasma cannons, 4 guided missile launchers, and a detector. 6 fuel tanks. Again, I think I didn't actually look to see if this one was Reforged Eden or vanilla, but by looking at the stats here, I would say this is probably vanilla. So that makes good sense. And for storage, let's take a look at that on here. So we got an ammo controller at 32K, so it's really set up to hold a lot of ammo for an SV. And then we have a fridge. So yeah, it's pretty much to the point. It is it has a couple utility things like O2 and armor locker and fridge in it, but it is very much set up for blowing stuff up in the game. And that is the kind of the nature of these kinds of ships. The tougher you want them, a lot of times you'll have to not have like a big glorious interior and first-person views and things like that if you really want the ship to really take a beating. All right, well next, one sec, I gotta sneeze. All right, much better. All right, next here is a ground construction set, and this is I've seen something like this before for a space station, but this is a Ravager ground POI construction set by Don 2K7. And this looks like it took a lot of time to craft. Basically, if you're unfamiliar with something like this is for, it's a lot of parts that fit together, connectors, hallways, things like that, like you're building a track in Trackmania or something like that, if you ever experienced that game before. So all kinds of different pieces that can interconnect, and this is more of a creative thing. So you fire up like a creative scenario, you'd grab the parts you want and start placing them to build your own station using like all the different building blocks here. And there is a lot of cool looking stuff here too. This actually looks like it. I guess the color scheme's a little bit different, but it kind of looks like it could kind of fit with the Wasteland series a little bit too. But yeah, it doesn't really have the browns and stuff in the Wasteland series, so it's a little bit different. And it does look nice though. Look at some of these parts though. Some of these are giant. And even these are like parts. Like if you wanted to build a giant tower, you can keep on like using one floor after another and keep on stacking this up. So you got like a roof piece, a middle piece, a base piece, and you could put in basically a whole bunch more middle pieces. You can put in some connectors that go from one to the other. There's one thing I wanted to look at this, though, and I'm not even sure if the game can handle this, but what I wanted to do is hop into the N-key tools. And we are looking at the ground. Let me connect to that. Show BP parts. Let me make sure. I'm gonna also make sure I do a selection here. Let's touch on something here and then show BP parts. Okay, that was one thing I was curious about, and I don't know if it works in the game. There is a way where you can where you highlight each individual part, and then you can save it to a list and give it a name. Like you could say that you got connector 1A over here, and then once that is done, when you want to start placing these parts, you can select one from the list and copy that to basically your cursor, and then just paste that somewhere, so you don't necessarily have to go select the individual item and then manually copy it over. But I've never tested to see if this actually saves all these extra parts actually save with the blueprint, especially a published blueprint. So I'm not sure on that one. But this could be a lot of fun for someone that wants to like build some station out of it, or well, not really a station, a big base that could be very sprawling and quite expansive. And then once you do that, you save your completed creation, and then you can bring that into the game when you're playing. So that's kind of what this is for, and I really love the idea of it. It's really cool because you can build like infinite amounts of creations of this style and theme out of this, and you never know what you're going to come up with. There's a lot of parts here too. There's some angled walls too, which is really cool to add in. One thing I do like about this one too is it looks like it doesn't really care that like every part needs to be a certain size. That's what I was trying to do when I first attempted this, and I kind of I don't think that was as effective as just making the parts fit together and don't really care about what size they are, whatever works best for how big of a room you need and things like that. And also here on the top of these parts, it looks like everyone's kind of set adapter connector for large. So yeah, that's cool. It gives you information about how these parts should be used and how they would connect. And look at some of this stuff though. This is really cool. That is a crazy looking concoction there. I like that. And then it's also using some like brick for the base material on the ground side of things on these. Yeah, again, a lot of work making all this stuff here. I'd like to see somebody make a really cool base out of all these parts. That would be nice to see. Anyway, as inspections and stuff like that, it's not really important on something like this. It's not that kind of thing. So you would not have this whole thing spawned the way it is in game. So looking at the material costs would be kind of pointless. You'd have to look at the material costs of what you came up with using all these parts to build something with. All right, so next, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff today here. Next, we have a new one here from Lycanthrope, and this is the LYC MSD 150 Canis Delta. And I didn't look at the description super much, but I gotta say it vaguely resembles something I've seen in Star Citizen, a little bit, not kind of, yeah. Actually, I think it's really trying to emulate that. I'm trying to think of the name inside of Star Citizen though. It's been a while. It's been a couple years actually since I really looked at the ships in Star Citizen, but that particular ship had the same thing going on. It had a massive landing gear in the back. It almost looked like it would tip over from the front, but if you start to do all the measurements and balance and weight distribution, it actually balances off pretty good. But it has a very large part of the ship that kind of goes unsupported when it's landed due to this kind of mechanism here. I thought that was really cool on the ship. It was kind of unique. God, now man, this really bothered me. I cannot think of the name of the ship in Star Citizen. Man, maybe it'll come to me here. Anyway, let's take a look at this in lighting queue here too. I like the, I'm already seeing some blinky lights and stuff, and it's just really cool. That's another way you can dress up things, especially at night, is blinky lights. You can do a lot of playing with timings of lights and delays and stuff like that. You can really create quite the light show out of them if you mess with it enough. I do like that. That is cool. So, okay, from down here... Oh, I can't turn on a light. Here, I'm gonna, let's get inside this. I was trying to figure out exactly where to get in, and I think I'm seeing... You need to access it. Oh, that's a turret. I was wondering if that was a drop-down door there. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got some shutter doors right on the bottom here. I'll have to figure out the official way in. I'm just kind of cheating here a little bit. Oh, this is cool. Shut down vehicle. Oh, we got some yeah, more use of ladders. Kind of like that. Good old ladder action going on here. Oh, this looks sharp. Yeah, very nicely lit. I like the pillars here on the beams on the side of the hangar. Oh, we got a storage ammo controller right there. Huh. That's cool. 32K ammo controller. And our main core is over here. Got some ventilators. Looks like a gravity generator and shield in this compartment, and CPU cores and a Wi-Fi, and all with the main core and a shield. Wow, this room is packed. It's got everything in there, and it looks like it's kind of sealed off too, which is cool. Extra protection for those parts. Ooh. Caution closed. Shut down all vehicle engines. Nice. So we've got a way to fly something in the back over here. And let's hit that lever. Oh, I got some. Oh, that does some warning lights there. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. That gets rid of the LCD and puts on the warning lights. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. And some nice looking cargo pallets there. So we're down over here, right over to the hangar along the side. So we got an airlock for quick outside access. 320K ammo controller. Did I misread the last one? I bet you I did. 320K ammo controller. Okay, 2 of those. A lot of ammo storage. And we got, it looks like a production area over here. Is this, yeah, probably the same one I just looked at. And advanced constructor, a couple small constructors. Over here, oh, I like how all the boxes are kind of chilling on the side there. That looks pretty cool. Same thing over there. We got O2 and armor, a lot of armor lockers over in this section. And looks like another storage controller on the front here. We'll look at its overall storage. A med station. Oh, that looks nice. Like we got all our parts over here. Very cool. And then a crew area, and then our showers over here. And then it gets into the bridge. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I like the light color difference on the bridge. Really sets the mood differently when you're up here. That's cool. I'm seeing a lot of LCDs around, so I'm kind of, oh, that's probably projecting these guys out here. Oh, that all looks very nice. Look at all that. That's some pretty intricate LCD work here, I gotta say. Even doing this kind of stuff, I've seen like stats and stuff like that done before, but this it's a pretty crazy looking pattern. Almost looks like, yeah, some stuff's overlaid over another one. Interesting. Very nice, very nice. Definitely can add a lot of cosmetics to the game. Of course, I always hope and wish that we could put real stats on those LCDs. Maybe, you know, how much fuel's in the tank, or how much ammo you got left, or how fast you're moving, or whatever. That would be totally awesome. Real-time stats. And over here, yeah, seat in front of the constructor over here. Oh, okay. This might have a unusual feature. Like, say you're playing this game co-op and you got someone else that's in the ship doing something, and you got to start moving. That person could sit in the chair here while the pilot moves the ship. Definitely like that. I love this walkway along the hangar here. That is a cool layout. I love when you can have stuff in your creation where you can overlook other parts of your creation in it. It just adds more detail. Like, it's more to see. This could, imagine if this was just a solid flat wall here. This would just be like a boring corridor. And now that you've got opened up to this whole other area here, it adds an awful lot more to see visually, and of course enhances the detail. So yeah, very, very cool creation here as well. Let's take a look at here. Let me get the light back on, and we will take a look at some specs here. So let's see. Base stats: 5 retractable laser turrets, 5 retractable missile turrets, a detector, size class 4, about 17 hour and 36 minute build time. Good looking motion for the most part on yeah, pretty much everything. Strafing is not a lot, but that is your, you know, unless it's a strafing combat type style ship, it's probably your least important direction of motion. The top two I always usually put for forward thrust and lift thrust, depending on how much storage you have. And let's see, CPU on here. Again, I believe this is probably set up for vanilla stock, but man, that CPU, it looks like it just needs another like basic or improved core in here. I wouldn't doubt it's got 4 advanced CPU cores in here currently, which I think brings it to that number, and you just need a couple cheap cores in here for Reforged Eden. Maybe even one. Maybe a single basic core would pull that off. If not, a basic core and an improved core. Really, really cool looking ship though. But yeah, I definitely see that. God, is it Constellation? Is that the name of the ship in Star Citizen? I definitely see. No, I don't think that's it either. There's like 4 variants of it too. Anyway, but I definitely see the Star Citizen in it. This particular layout here is definitely is kind of modeling that, and that it's a cool looking ship for sure. Definitely love that. So last thing I wanted to show before I moved on. Now, again, awesome work on all these creations by these authors. This is a modded version by another author of the Kovex-ILC. That's on the workshop, and this one basically had some. Let me see. The problem is, oh no. Problem is that I don't have the author's name. It was in I believe a Discord chat, or Steam chat. Man, who did this? Oh, well, I tell you what, I will try to bring up the author's name in a bit. I keep on thinking of one name, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to like break out of the video right now to pull up the stuff to check. I apologize for that, big time. I'll get it in the video description here. This one might end up being on. If it gets released to the workshop, I'll put it in as a modded version of the Kovex-ILC. But this one basically changed some things around, added some top hangar doors into the original mix, and kind of reconfigured the flight deck to fit those doors in. And I was going in on the inside too, and I noticed that. I was like, oh yeah, it used to have these hangy things over here, but I actually see like more of those hangy things down in the backside. So it's kind of like all reconfigured on the ceiling and things like that. So this is basically, it changed the ship around a little bit for accommodating different players' needs. And with a top hangar door and a central elevator rather than the elevator on one side. So some different changes were done in here. The hangar floor is a little bit different as well. I don't know if there's any other modifications changed in here or made. Yeah, so this looks pretty much the same out in this section. And yeah, so a central elevator instead of the side one. But this also gets... No, I guess it does not get rid of this door. just made it work, so you can go straight through without going off to the side. So very, very cool. I just thought I'd show that real quick. And again, I'm really sorry about not knowing the author's name right now. One quick sec. I'm gonna just see if I can fire up something and find out. It's just bugging me. It looks like the weapons changed a little bit also on there. Yeah, this is by Steel Dragon. So I'm sorry about that. I thought it was that. I just wanted to be sure before I said the name. So this is by Steel Dragon, the modification of the Kovex. And one last thing, Monday or Tuesday, I will have another update on the Creel Space Station. I worked on it a lot yesterday again. I don't quite want to show it yet. I did deal with those rear landing pads, and came up with a different plan. I'll show you how that worked out. I'm pretty happy with it now. And I got a little bit more stuff to do, texturing the hull, and I'll at least have like the first coat of textures and things done on the hull. Definitely this weekend. So next video I have might actually start to get working on the inside of it. But I'll show you all that stuff at another time. Anyway, awesome creations by everybody. A lot of work and effort put into all this, these wonderful creations. So just some amazing stuff here. Some really cool ships and ideas, and well executed on all of them. So awesome work to everybody, and you guys have yourself a good weekend, and I will talk to you later.